All right, so Combo Breaker weekend just happened, and it was an amazing experience. I definitely recommend going to a fighting game major if you have never done it before and you have like even just a passing interest in esports or fighting games. They are an absolute trip as both like like a spectator and a competitor. Super fun time, bunch of different games you can enter. But let me just talk about my experience at this event. First of all, going to a Chicago tournament from Michigan, gotta take the train. The Amtrak is such a good way to travel, especially to the Chicago area. Drops you off right in downtown. Definitely a great experience. For me, leaving from my house to the venue versus leaving to the train station to the venue, it was like a 30-minute difference. Travel time is basically just like a moot point. They're about the same, but you don't have to stop to go to the bathroom. You don't have to stop for food. You don't have to stop for gas. Just a way more laid back experience. We stayed up pretty late the night before. Our train left at like 8 a.m. So I was just playing Rabbit and Steel on the way there. Some people were a little zonked out. You know, we might have had some brewskis and stuff. Other people were just listening to music. It was all cool. Just a nice little trip. It's nice being able to set up your laptop, just kind of relax your legs, and not have to worry about big city traffic. Driving through Chicago is a nightmare. I didn't want to do it. My brother didn't want to do it. So we take the train, and it's really not that expensive. It was a little bit more expensive this weekend because we were coming back on Memorial Day. So none of the deals or anything came through. But with it dropping off at downtown Chicago, you obviously have a lot of options for food. And we did a little bit of exploring. We made sure to pack light. Everyone kind of just had like one backpack, and we took that to the event. It made it easier to walk around downtown because when we got off the train, there was like a 4 hour time period before we could check into the hotel. I found this place called Doghouse, and it was like, okay, this sounds cool. Let's just go for it. They had a bunch of different stuff. It ended up being like this ghost kitchen type thing inside of a food court. There was like six different brands. So I was like, yeah, I'm committed to the bit. I'm trying it. So I got this spicy Italian sausage with like this cowboy toppings or whatever, and then I got a brat with Tex-Mex toppings. These were super good. Whoever idea it was to use Hawaiian rolls for a hot dog bun, oh, it hits. It hits. These are really good. Afterwards, we just stopped in a Dunkin' and kind of chilled there for a little bit. But other than that, we were sitting there, and I had a friend who was like, "Oh, I actually only signed up for side events. I don't have a pass for Combo Breaker." As we were in Chicago, already have a hotel paid for, already have a train paid for. So we are like, okay, we should probably Uber to the hotel ASAP. He was able to run to the TO desk and grab a pass. So it all worked out really well. Hopefully he'll actually listen to me next time. I constantly bring up, hey, registration's about to go up or registration's about to close. But we'll see. He probably won't listen. But once we get to the hotel, we obviously had to set up some Plus R and grind some games out. We went and got stocked up on beer and liquor for the weekend because you got to. If that's your thing and you're at a fighting game major, you are in good luck. I wish I would have known there was a beer exchange going down. So a bunch of people would bring like craft beers that they really liked, and then you just trade beers around and try a bunch of different beers. I didn't know that was a thing, but I really will go to it next time. That sounds like a ton of fun. But is what it is. We had a great time. Next day comes around, the venue does open. This is Friday. And basically, the main venue looks like this, but on both sides with a bunch of vendors in the middle. It was air conditioned. It was really cool. Definitely nice to have a cool venue instead of a hot venue, because hot venue creates heat, which then makes you sweaty, or this makes you stinky. I did see some people complain about some smell stuff, but personally, I didn't experience it. I think there was one person that walked by me, and I was like, ooh, that had some tang to it. But other than that, I didn't have any bad experiences with smell. Some people say otherwise, but it is what it is. It's a fighting game major. Just be sure you're a clean one. Shower every day, put on deodorant, clean clothes every day, all that stuff. But there was also this really cool arcade setup. Before at like previous fighting game majors, I have seen arcade setups where they're primarily fighting game stuff, maybe like a few other casual machines or stuff like that. But this one had a lot of just like Pac-Man. They had Initial D set up. They had like just a whole bunch of just non-fighting game arcade stuff that you could just grind. A ton of pinball setups. Only thing that was super disappointing to me is there's no Step Maniacs or really any dance game setups. But is what it is. I ended up just playing a lot more fighting games because of it. Because I know if there was a Step Maniacs machine, I'd probably been on that for like 2-3 hours a day. But yeah, here's a picture of the Initial D cabs. There's also a bunch of like indie developers there that you could test out their games, give feedback and stuff like that. Really cool, really cool vendors and stuff like that as well. There was a chess tournament, or not chess tournament, a chess setup area for chess.com. They were giving out like tutorials, or you could play games, ask for feedback, that type of stuff. If you want to get into chess, they'd teach you a bunch of like the basics. Really cool thing if that's your thing. I haven't played chess in a little bit, so I didn't end up playing any games. But really cool. This place was popping at all times of the day. As well, there was also a bunch of cool cosplayers. These photos were taken by my brother. I was going into the weekend thinking, hey, I should take a lot of photos and make a video out of it. And at some point, I just kind of forgot. But yeah, this is a nice little trio here. There was also like a lot of like Reina and Abba cosplayers, which was really cool. Saw a big old Abba key. I don't know the character's name. Does the key have a name? Oh well. Really cool stuff. I know there was a cosplay contest as well. A lot of just cool crafts and a lot of dedication gone into that, which was really cool to see. And obviously, being in Chicago, we had to get some good food. We decided, hey, at least one night of the weekend, let's go get something really nice. And we found this good Korean barbecue place. It was like an 8-minute Uber away. Definitely worth. It was amazing food. My brother took charge in cooking most of the stuff for us, and the staff gave him compliments. Be like, "Oh, you're definitely the good cook of this group," but definitely worth it. This place was fucking fire. Holy crap! It was just called KBBQ, and it was like 8 minutes in this little strip mall plaza. Definitely worth. Eventually, let's talk about the events I entered. I entered MBAC, and I went O2. It was is what it is. I think my Empress Nano is broken. I got that repaired, quote unquote, because I had a top that was supposed to have a Frosties art, but it was peeling because the provider didn't clear coat it. So I went to go get it replaced, and the guy was missing some screws that he had to take out, and it was yanking on the top trying to get it off. The PCB probably broke at some point, and I just had so many issues with the controller. I was just like, I'm just going to go back to my snack box micro. But after that got sorted out, I used the snack box for the rest of the weekend, and I went 1-2 in Plus R. It was sick. I shout outs to this guy. He was playing Slayer. I knew my round 1 was a Slayer, so I wanted to test out a bunch of like stuff. And that guy probably won me my round 1. And then afterwards, I played Woocash on stream and got absolutely demolished. I guess we could just cut to that set really quick. This is basically a speedrun on me. So yeah, going into this, I knew Woocash was definitely just gonna demolish me. I just didn't expect it to go by so fast. I wasn't super familiar with Baiken. I definitely haven't played a Baiken on the level of Woocash, but I learned a lot of stuff about it, and he said I would be cooking as soon as I get comfortable with the matchup. Let me move this over. Okay. So I don't cover anything, because I'm going to be in this corner for a while. But yeah, I guess Tatami Mat was... I don't know how to deal with Tatami Mat. At the beginning, when I blew my burst, I fat-fingered D, is what it is. But that was a super quick round 1. He definitely is very good at getting you in the corner and then just kind of dealing hella damage. I quickly found out that... Oh, I popped myself with a bomb there. I think it is right here, or did I already 2K him? I tried to 2K him, and I was like, oh, I got guard canceled right away. I was like, oh, that's just a free guard cancel, isn't it? If they wake up block. That's good to know. I didn't throw out another 2K because, yeah, multi-hit moves probably really suck against Baiken. But that was game 1. It went by super quick as I expected. I think it was this match There was one time where I was getting comboed and I hit my burst and I could audibly hear the commentators go, "Ooh, that's burst safe." And I was like, "Ah, that's awkward." Oh, this round is when I got perfected. Yep, that's a quick perfect. Maybe it was this round when I did that. But it was a good set regardless. I had fun. It went by quick. After this set, I played a Faust in Losers. Ooh, I clipped him with the bomb there. Oh, that was the time. I really was like, okay, I'm getting absolutely messed up. Maybe I could just get a funny 6H combo on him. And I got punished super hard for it. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that's probably where they said burst safe. Yep, I don't know why J2D'd there. But good set to Wukash. Let's do. All right, let's hop back into this slideshow. Here's some pictures of my drunken antics. I don't know why I like taking pictures with my mouth open like that when I get a little tipsy. Actually, in this right picture, I wasn't even tipsy. I was just feeling the vibes, I guess. But uh, I know I've been saying a lot about good Chicago food, and we definitely ate a lot of good Chicago food, but that doesn't also stop us from getting DGen orders off DoorDash at like DGen hours late at the night. We ordered 100 nuggies from Wendy's plus a baconator for my friend, and it was like $20 for 50 nuggies. You can't pass that up. I think we also got some chicken sandwiches another time, and then we got some Taco Bell another time after that. Eat good food during the day, and then pound it with alcohol afterwards, and then the alcohol is going to want you to get some, crappy fast food, DoorDash to your hotel. Definitely worth it. But there was some times where we had some nice relaxing times. I brought a plus R setup next to the hot tub and pool. They had like a saltwater pool, which was interesting. Definitely just like a recuperation time was sitting in the hot tub, just chilling, and then afterwards drying off and playing some plus R was definitely a trip, a lot of fun. Another thing I thought was really funny was when we were outside, you could see all of these, like, you see the blue windows. Every time something would happen on the TV, these would all change at the same time. So that meant they were all dialed into the same exact channel. And I just thought it was really funny just seeing them all go out or change colors at the same time. But overall, Combo Breaker was a good ass time. If you have any interest in fighting games, definitely go. One event we watched that was super interesting was the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 auction. So basically, anyone can buy in, but they will announce two characters. These two characters will be the shell of your team, and then you bid on them, going up to, I think the largest one was like almost 300? Was it like 280? I can't remember the exact number, but some people bid up, and especially like the later teams. The earlier teams went really cheap, but the later teams, when people were starting to get some FOMO, they went really high. But you get two characters, and then once you buy those two characters, hand your money over to the TO, you are asked to pull a name out of a bag, and that's a randomly selected character. And there was one person who got a decent shell, and then they went in, they grabbed the slip, and then they got Nemesis, who's like a bottom three character. And the guy doing the hosting, he was like, "Whew, thank you for your donation to this bracket." But there was only like 16 slots, and it was a single elimination bracket. Really cool event to watch. I definitely want to learn Marvel so I can participate in it next time I go. But with Combo Breaker being Memorial Day weekend, I wish it wasn't. I wish it was like any other weekend, but it's always just super hectic getting time off for it because other people are requesting a bunch of time off, or if you're in an industry that's like retail or food, you probably have a blackout weekend for Memorial Day weekend. You can't request anything off, but still a good time. I think I'll go back if I can, but I think I'm gonna start trying to branch out to maybe some other majors. Frosty Faustings will always be a staple event to go to. But I've been looking at things like I know I gotta try Evo at least once. CEO Taku is really interesting. I definitely want to try that one out. Climax of Night being a French Red focused event, is always one you should try to go to if you're into Melty or Under Night or even Dengeki Bunko. Really great games. But overall, I had a super fun time, and definitely attend fighting game majors if you can. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTube jazz, and as always, just have a good rest of your day.